Goodbye, sweet ramen prince. Hello y'all, this is the Ninja DC discussing some good or bad news depending on your perspective. If you have not heard, Naruto the manga is coming to an end at 700 chapters, or has ended depending on when you watch this. After over a decade of being the most influential manga and anime since Dragon Ball Z, at least in the West, it has finally come to a stop, and I'm happy about that in a positive way. Before I'm thrown under the bridge, let me just say this, highs and lows, I'm still a fan of Naruto. I've personally been following this series for over a decade, as it has been the first big shonen series I've gotten into. More importantly, Naruto has been the first series to get me into reading an anime's manga. One of the few pluses of Naruto's 100 plus episodes of filler. If you're a fan of Naruto, you know exactly what stretch I'm talking about. Yes, I believe the series has gone downhill some, but ask any fan and they will likely tell you the same. Still, it has held up better than Bleach, to say the least. But now it is over. Or will be very soon, varying manga release schedules and epilogue films and all of that. Many naturally sad to see the juggernaut in anime go, but I'm actually happy. I know that sounds odd, but I'm of the mind that all good series must come to an end. I would rather have a more focused and shorter story than one overly drawn out. All narratives have an expiration date. Well, I suppose the best by date would be more accurate. Sure, with a great setting you can go on essentially forever, but eventually a writer has written all as much as they can. One way to mediate this is with different writers and different interpretations. This is how DC and Marvel heroes can last so long. By having different creators add to the pot, they can essentially write forever. But every single one of those heroes have had to have their narrative line rebooted, most likely several times. There's only so much you can do for a character's development before it starts to become repetitive. Or put simply, Superman can only be surprised by kryptonite so many times before the readers lose interest. Naruto is no exception, and if you ask any fan, they will likely tell you the series has been going downhill for several years. How many years will vary, but the point remains. If I had to personally pin down a general date, I would say at the end of the Pain arc, as it had very strong end vibes, but the series stories kept going on. Naruto has been running essentially non-stop since 1997, so it's no surprise fans are getting a little worn out by Naruto defeating another villain with a new Rasengan variant. Yes, I know I'm mispronouncing that. That and end battles are becoming less and less ninja and more Saiyan. I'm just saying. I feel it's best for a narrative to end great rather than to be stretched out good to meh. So I'm glad this Naruto is finally wrapping up. Heck, I'm still a huge fairy tale fan, but I don't want this current series narrative to be stretched out much farther than 200 chapters. I would say 200 to 300 is a good sweet spot. Unless a Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball Z like transition happens, where essentially the characters change or highly developed, but the settings remains the same, which I would be completely okay with, as narratives may have best by dates, but a good setting can last forever, with proper care. That said, I do have a sort of hollow-like feeling building up alongside my anticipation as the final chapters get released. This series has been part of my life since middle school, and I'm currently on the verge of graduating college just for reference. It's sort of odd in a beautiful sort of way how a series can emotionally touch you for that long, even after your interests have waned quite a bit. So yeah, I'm happy to see Naruto go, and walk into the sunset on a relatively high note, while simultaneously feeling the effects of a weight being removed from me. Didn't mean for it to come out that negative. Either way, farewell Naruto. You've earned your rest. This is the Ninja DC, keep calm and an open mind. For reference, where do you think the ninja and Ninja DC came from?